Hey guys, welcome back to the Whiskey Pete project. We talked about last week, we put the manifold on, looks cool, put the fuel pump on. Hopefully you listened to the Whiskey Pete song. I don't know, I thought it was alright, pretty cool, so go download that on Spotify, or at least listen to it. But hopefully give you a little clue of what we're doing with the paint scheme. And we still might be, honestly, we could be a year from paint here. So this is a very slow project that we're dealing with. So, but if you didn't listen to the song, go listen to it. And as promised, today we're going to do water pump, thermostat housing. Just making sure I had all my bolts here. So this is our water pump. I just glued the gasket on the back. It'll ride here on this little dial and sit in here like so. Got a metal impeller. Some of them will have a plastic impeller. And there's some longer ones and shorter ones. The longer ones go out here on the end. So I mean, I don't know if a lot of this is that exciting. It's just kind of bolting stuff on at this point, but we're kind of coming to the end. There's just a lot of just little stuff to do is all. Yeah, I know it's not painted. Someone's probably going to say, hey, you didn't paint that. We'll paint it after. Like I said, this isn't professional paint booth here, so we'll just kind of go as we go. Get all these on. All right, boulder down. Oh, that might even be the wrong bolt because it's not even the same size. So I'll just go around, get them snugged up evenly. Better do something with this guy here. Just grab the wrong bolt. Okay, so water pump's on. What we're missing here is the idler. So this is the idler. It'll sit there with an adjusting screw, so we still got to put that on. There's a fitting that goes behind in the block right here that will run to our air compressor, and then our other fitting to the air compressor will run to the pipe that goes for our thermostat housing. So this is going to sit right here, and then this will go to the air compressor. So we're down to the housing now. So we'll get these O-rings lubed up so everything works good for us. Like so. And then the same on our housing. All right. So I got my thermostats in. They just press in. I put new seals in, but they're in there. They have a rubber O-ring around them. No, you don't need sealant or anything here. A lot of times I'll put some white grease here just to keep things lubed up as you're moving things around. Once in a while I will use our anaerobic sealant that we use here, and I prefer that, and I do that on Detroit gaskets also as far as thermostat goes, but mainly because, like I said, it doesn't need sealant, but it really does suck when these leak. So I'll put just a very little bit on here to help seal a little bit, and also just to give it some lubrication as it moves. Okay, so I'll show you. It doesn't take much. Like I said, I'm not trying to really seal anything. I'm just trying to give it something to slide around on. So like so. And of course the silicone's a no-no, at least for me, so I like this stuff lots better. It doesn't get everywhere. It dries good. It doesn't squish out. So that's pretty much all I do with the thermostat seals. So this is going to go in here like so. It'll sit down in our water pump. Like that. These will go right into there. Okay, we'll get some bolts and bolt her up. So nothing has to be perfect here. You got lots of give for adjustment, right? Because the O-ring slides up and down, that one slides up and down. So just line up your bolt holes. Looks like we got to come up some. Like so. And yeah. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but last week and this week, when the camera's faced that way, there's always been a blue truck here. Look at that. We've got it moved finally. It's not our intentions to leave a truck for years sitting right there, but just a weird deal that happened where we got it tore apart. The customer had some financial issues at the moment, and I wasn't about to pull it outside and let it get all cruddy out there, so we let it sit in here. So it's kind of been a permanent fixture for a while, but we got her put back together. She's running. All is well. So now we got a new one there, but I guarantee you that one will not stay there. That one, getting an oil cooler on a C15. So.
Cabover goes there.
Yeah, we're going to end up bringing the Cabover in so we can do a few things to it right there. Okay, so I got this housing on. I want to talk about a couple things. If you notice, I just put some grease on the O-rings on this pipe. A lot of times, and I'm not going to say it's wrong, but you'll see tons of silicone in here. You really shouldn't have to do that. If you've got to silicone that to get it to quit leaking, then you've either got something wrong with the pipe or the O-ring, or you're not clean inside or something. And the older these get, the worse things get. But some of the older big cams that I've seen, like the pipe will be rotted out, like where the O-ring goes. There'll be a spot where you can't even get the O-ring, it's so eroded away. And so you need to come up with a new pipe, or worst case, I have seen they'll put a lot of silicone right there because the pipe's non-existent or something. So very last resort, because it really doesn't need that silicone there, but you will see that once in a while. If the O-ring looks good and the pipe looks good, it really just needs an O-ring. So just clean it out real good and do it that way, rather than all the silicone in there. When you change thermostats in general, just if the truck rolls in the shop and you pull this out, you will end up twisting this pipe right here. You'll undo this hose, you'll twist the pipe. Always replace the O-ring here. You've disrupted it at this point. Who knows how long it's been in there. You probably ripped it or whatever, but change the O-ring on both ends of the pipe. That way you don't have leaking problems, because I think that's where a lot of the silicone comes from. Someone will change thermostats, it'll start dripping right here, so they just shoot a bunch of silicone in there, and then the next guy, which is usually me, has to cuss because you can't get all that out of there and the pipe's stuck in there and everything else. So anyway, that's my spill on silicone in this pipe. Okay, looking pretty good. Few little things, we'll be putting little things on for a while, but we got our inlet pipe here. We're not sure how we're running that yet. Like I said, the idler for the belt, then we'll need to get a belt on there. We don't know about our fan system yet, so we're not going to do anything with the belts and pulleys there. So where we're at now is we're down to ECM, the rest of the wiring harness, oil pump, pan, and piston oilers. I mean, this is real close. We could probably fire this thing here on the floor in the next few weeks. So, and I think we probably will. But yeah, it's dang close now. A few little things I'm going to want to change. I'm going to want to change this water valve here. We just happened to put the box on because it was still in there from before. But I mean, obviously it's broken, so we'll fix up a few things like that. We got to get our block heater in. Figure out what we're doing with our oil check right here, because remember, this is going in a Cabover and it has a different setup, because you check the oil on a Cabover through the front. There's a little door and it has a big long plate, and we're gonna have to modify that, because if you remember, the B model cat came out of that Cabover, so I'm gonna guess that there's a lot of things there that just don't match up. So once we get that thing in the shop and we're actually able to fit the motor, because we're going to be putting that in probably a couple times, getting motor mounts lined up. Then we can start working on hoses and things like that. So we are a long ways from actually driving this truck. This engine's not far from running though. A few weeks, like I said, I think we could probably start it, but we're a long ways from driving it. I really kind of wanted to have it done for spring and summer, but I just don't know that we're going to make it, but we might. Probably won't make it to paint, but it'll probably run. So anyway, that's it for this week. Next week, like I said, wiring harness, ECM, try and button up the rest of this little stuff and get the Cabover pulled in. Figure out what we're doing for tanks and things like that, for fuel tanks. Cool. Love seeing it come together. Hope you're loving it too. Keep watching. Hope you like the song, the Cabover song from last week when I mentioned that. And yeah, thanks for watching, man. We appreciate all your comments again, as always, because I love seeing what people got to say. And it's amazing what's out there. There's a lot of guys out there that know this stuff and still drive Cabovers or have them on their farm or whatever. So it's pretty cool to get some of your comments and see what everybody's running around out there. So thanks for watching, guys. More Whiskey Pete to come. And again, hope to see you at Matt's. We'll be wandering around looking at all the cool stuff just like you guys. So come say hi. Thanks for watching.